the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Burrow being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Trey.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And this is caught at the 8.
Herbert's pass.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
1st and goal, Chargers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Austin.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First down, here's Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3-and-out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Chargers 7.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 34.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Steps away to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here comes Erickson. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
35-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Open man is Higgins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Down and 1.
They'll run with Mixon, and he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown ground, and the Bengals have taken the lead. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 32 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
I I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Ty Long set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Derwin James on the coverage.
And Burrow going to throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Tyler Boyd. Incomplete. Derwin James on the coverage.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
4-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flushed out right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Could you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 14-yard.
Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Switch out. Mark 56. Mark 56. Mark 70.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
56 to Mike. 56.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Los Angeles.
56 to Mike. 56.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Eckler, the ball carrier, tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Herbert escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. And now the throw hauled in by Green. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
March 56 in your face.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. Now Charger kicker Mike Badgley on 4th down, coming out to try the field goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's Michael Badgley now for the Chargers field goal. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this one is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Here's Ty Long now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Mixon on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
And he is is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle
Working his way in there that time, Melvin Ingram to make the stop.
at his 48-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
Third down.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Out to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambled to try and tackle him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
A 38-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. One overtime, how about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. The Bengals drive about to get going. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline. Hope his deep.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Today's final score in overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, with that we say